balance and noticed missing money without explanation? Or have you received a debit alert for a transaction you didn't authorize? Well, if yes, you are not alone, and we're here to unpack this issue. Good morning and welcome to the agenda. I am Chike Ubogu. All right, today we're diving into a topic that is hitting many Nigerians hard. Fraudulent deductions from bank accounts. Who is doing this? From where? Well, fraudulent deductions are a growing concern in Nigeria, costing individuals and businesses millions of naira daily. Whether it is ATM unauthorized withdrawals or mysterious bank charges, or even sophisticated online scams, these incidents erode trust in our banking system. On the agenda, we'll explore why this happens, why fraudsters operate, and most importantly, what you can do to protect your hard-earned money. So, what exactly are fraudulent deductions? We just put it simply, that they are unauthorized withdrawals or charges from your bank accounts. It could be 500 naira maintenance fee, which you didn't agree to. It could be 10,000 naira ATM withdrawal, which you didn't make, or even 100,000 naira transfer to an unknown account. Interesting. Fraudulent deductions come in various forms. Unauthorized ATM withdrawals, where some people use your card or PIN without your knowledge. Phishing scams. The phishing is not F-I, it is P-H-I-S-H-I-N-G, where fraudsters trick you into sharing your bank details via fake emails, SMS, or websites. Have you heard of the USSD fraud? This is where criminals exploit mobile banking codes, especially if your phone is compromised. How about hidden bank charges? Sometimes, banks deduct fees for services you didn't sign up for, which may not be fraud, but you feel unfair. There's also the online transaction fraud, where hackers intercept card details during online purchases, or they even use stolen data. Have you heard of the SIM swap fraud? Well, criminals take over your phone number to access your bank account via OTPs. And what's the OTP? It's a one-time password. Well, the Central Bank of Nigeria reported that fraud cases in 2024 alone led to losses of a staggering 40 billion naira, with mobile and online banking fraud being the biggest culprits. Fraudsters are clever, very clever, and they exploit both technology and human error. Have you heard of the social engineering scam? Interesting. They call or text you, pretending to be a bank official. And then they ask you for your PIN, your OTP, or your BVN. And so many gullible Nigerians fall for this, because the calls seem legitimate. How about the malware and fake apps? When you download apps from unverified sources, you can install malware that steals your bank details. Have you heard of the ATM skimming? I'm just telling you different stages of scamming. Criminals attach devices to ATMs to copy your card details. They are very smart. They also swap your SIM cards. They convince your telecom provider to transfer your phone number to their SIM, and they gain access to your one-time passwords. If you have a weak password, it also happens too. People use simple passwords or simple PINs like 1234. Or some even use their date of birth, which is very easy to guess. You can change it and make it stronger. Sometimes bank staff or telecom employees collude with criminals. I'm not saying all, but sometimes. They leak customer data. And it is evident that fraudsters are everywhere. But please note, no legitimate bank or CBN official will ever ask for your PIN, your OTP, or your BVN over the phone. These are scams that keep happening every day. Your BVN is like a master key to your financial identity. You need to guard it fiercely. Banks are supposed to protect our money, right? But why do these deductions keep happening? Are banks doing enough? Banks have a big responsibility, but the pictures seem mixed. On one hand, they invest in security systems like fraud detection algorithms and even two-factor authentication. The CBN also mandates measures like BVN linking and transaction alerts. But there are so many gaps. And then now, let me take you through a brief story about a lady in Ibadan. A lady whose video went viral on the internet for calling out First Bank. And then she revealed details of what transpired between her mother, herself, and the bank's branch at the University College Hospital, Ibadan, Oyo State. The lady, who is identified as Abimbola Adeyi, said the incident started on the 6th of July, 2025, when her mother received a debit alert around 12:53 p.m. And that alert showed over 900,000 naira being withdrawn from her bank. What truly happened? Let's get to watch a clip of her.
Planning to go and call police for us. You said we should have patience. That was the last statement you made, that we should have patience. But to our surprise, you went to call police on us. It's okay. Police. It's okay. What's the now? You said we should have patience. And we have been having the patience. Now you went to call police to come and arrest us. Arrest all of us. With handcuffs. 949,000 naira.
His argument is not objective. You are telling us that we use our money to transfer. We use our money to transfer money. Can I say? Does that make any sense? I am talking there.
I said it.
This is national fear of use in Nigeria. We cannot tell people to that this place. What kind of notice is that? They took money from our client and you are bringing police come and harass us. This is nonsense.
Rubbish. I said it. We said it. Police is handcuffed.
We can even call that you back. Should we judge that? What kind of nonsense is that? It's not the back. They did prove it.
This is the first police that they brought to come and arrest us. That's the first police. It was one that called his police to come and arrest us. They even disabled the alert. Àwọn first bank wọ́n fọlọ́pàá gbé wa ni. As in wọ́n yọ almost $1 million nínú àkáǹtì àǹtí láàárọ̀ yìí. Ògbóyè. Wọ́n fún aláàlá tí wọ́n yọ èèyàn kan wọ́n withdraw wọn almost $1 million. Lákàǹtì wọ́n wá pè wá bá lọ bẹ̀. Miss Ogunba wọn. Àná yọ almost àwa wà bẹ̀. Máníjà wọn lọ ọlọ́pàá kó àkọ́kọ́ wa. Bí ìwà ìbọn tó sọ fún wa ní kíkà patient ká ní sùúrù ṣe ń gbọ́ mi. I'm serious, àwọn àbẹ̀ báyìí àwọn àbẹ̀. Àbádé olúgbọ̀n wà bẹ̀ láàrin wà bẹ̀. Àwọn first bank.
You prefer to provide, and I'm talking to her. Let's mobilize more. This bank will not.
I found the police on me. First bank, you see.
All right, welcome back from that break. Abimbola Adeyi, it's nice to have you on the agenda. You look younger than what I saw on that clip. And then you were angry there. What really happened? Let's hear from you.
Okay, I was angry, but now I think I feel a bit better because I feel like Nigeria will try to come in, and I hope it works very well. So what actually happened was on the 6th of July, I think that was on a Monday, Yes,
Yeah.
Monday. Around 9:30 or 9:30 p.m. I just got a call from my mom. You know, her voice was shaky and all, and like, Bimbola, please block my account. Block my account. I was like, Mom, what's the problem? She was like, I should just first block her account. I should look for a way to do it. So I googled, I did everything, and I used USSD to block her account. I collected her account details and all. So after blocking the account, I called her back and she told me that she wanted to buy airtime, and she noticed that her account is not what it's supposed to be.
The balance.
The balance. I was like, okay, that she should check her transaction history to be sure of what the problem is. So she checked and noticed that 949,000 was sent to a Paga account.
Okay,
She saw it from her transaction
account,
history.
yeah.
So it was, you know, when you check your transaction history, it's such that you transferred money
Yeah.
out of your
You see the
bank.
outbound
Yes.
transaction.
So that was what she saw. She was like, she did not receive debit alert. And when you check the transaction history to bring out the time and everything,
Yeah.
so the time showed 12:53
53
p.m.
Okay, PM.
p.m.
Okay.
So she was like, she did not receive any alert. She did not get any, she just wanted to innocently buy airtime around 9 p.m. in the
PM.
night and saw that. So she was like, what happened? How come she did not receive alert? What is happening there? Somebody must have hacked into her account and everything. So I told her she shouldn't worry, that it might be a bank glitch, that probably by morning her money would have been back.
Reversed or
Yeah,
something.
reversed or something.
Yeah.
Because my mom, okay, so one thing I want to clarify now, because Nigerians generally we have people that think differently. In fact, in Nigeria we deserve our leaders. That's just what I would say, because some people will just make the victim be, it's just so sad. So one thing I want to clarify is my mom is a learned person. She works in UCH.
Okay.
She's an assistant director in UCH.
Okay.
She's somebody that does not, she knows all these things. I've worked in a telecommunication company. Okay. I worked in
You just
MTN.
worked in one of the telecommunication
Yes, one of the MTN Nigeria. Right. Okay. So I know these things very well, and we tell people. So my mom knows about all these things. If my mom
she's tech savvy.
Yes,
and
exactly.
She's internet savvy too. Okay.
She knows all these things. She's not somebody that she will now give you her phone to operate for her. No, she doesn't do that. The call she made to me to even block her account, it was because she was not composed. She was not in a right. That was why she at that moment. So she knows these things. If my mom wants to withdraw money from her account, if she wants to, around we use POS and all, she doesn't use POS around, because she knows that all these POS people sometimes they can be shady and all. So what she does is she will make sure she gets to ATM or bank, to withdraw. She doesn't, if you see her ATM, or sometimes if she now wants to, if she's in a tight situation and wants to withdraw, she would send her money from that her first bank to her UBA, because this her first bank is where she has most of her money, her pension, her salary account, whatever thing she wants to do. That's her first bank. So what she does is she sends it to another account of hers that she doesn't use so much, that maybe it's just 20K that is there. So she sends it and use that ATM because she does not want any stories that touches the heart. So this is why I was so particular in that bank, that my mom is so careful. So she shouldn't be the one going through this kind of thing. So the next morning we went to the bank. Okay. And we the normal thing, we saw the customer care representative, and he told us to hold on, he would check. And when he checked, the first thing he told us was, you were the one that transferred it, and it was from your mobile app. I was like, we are now telling you now, that is what you are telling us. We are telling you categorically now that she did not authorize any transaction. Even I don't know her PIN. She doesn't give out her PIN. My mom cannot receive a call and gullibly give her PIN to somebody. It is not possible. Okay. So she did not receive any call, so to say. If they want to investigate, they should go to her telecom, the account she registered with.
Yes.
So that they will know which call she received or anything. She did not receive a call from anybody. She did not get any call. So how were they able to withdraw whatever thing they withdrew with her?
Did she keep her phone with somebody?
So
does she
at
stay
that
with
time,
somebody at home?
No.
Okay.
She works. You know, I told you she works in
Yeah,
this age.
yes.
So she's presently at Colada IC branch. That's
Okay.
where she is. And there are just two in her office. Herself and the cleaner and some other nurses anyway.
Okay.
So at this time, her phone, okay, there's this novel she reads. She reads novels on her phone. So whenever she's less busy, you know, when they don't have clients and everything, she reads novel. At this particular time, she was reading novel on her phone.
On her phone?
On her phone. There's a way you entered the phone. There's a way you see when you entered that. She started reading that novel around around 12:20 something. Up until like 1 o'clock. She was still on her phone reading the novel. So how come a transaction was made 12:53 while she was reading novel on her phone? And you said, because the bank claimed that probably somebody took her phone, withdrew the money and deleted the alert. It doesn't make any sense to me.
So, I was reading out forms of fraud. Okay. And I mentioned one, SIM swapping.
Okay.
I know, what if the SIM was swapped and then an OTP was sent to the new SIM, which maybe her SIM was cloned, and then it happened? Was there any investigation to that effect?
Okay, so I told you that I worked
in a telecom,
company. So SIM swap doesn't happen that way.
Okay.
Okay, so when a SIM is swapped,
okay,
the SIM with you does not work anymore.
Okay.
And if the SIM that was swapped worked, the one with you will not work. Before, see, it happens this way. If a customer comes in and we swap the customer's SIM, the SIM,
the previous SIM becomes
dead.
Okay.
It doesn't work. Even if it's upgrade or anything, this other SIM becomes dead. Network will just disappear from that SIM. So it doesn't work that way. We Nigerians sometimes, we just assume sometimes, Nigerians generally, we just assume that what if, but there are some things that we know doesn't work. And I know, because I cannot just go there and start, shouting and without.
Did you try investigating the Pega account? Who owned the Pega account?
So I know that in Nigeria, it's just that we try to abet criminals. And it's so unfair. Because, okay, you already saw that this money went to this account. I expect that account, without any unnecessary do this, do that account should be investigated, or that account should be blocked, at least pending the time you finish the investigation. The bank didn't even want to give us the details. So this was what happened. Immediately after the customer care told us, I told him, I said, it is not possible. My mom did not authorize any transaction. I'm very sure it's from the back end. It might be your tech guys. I said it to him. That it could be anywhere, but my mom did not authorize this transaction. So I need you to do the investigation. Then he told me, because that man really tried, I wouldn't lie, the customer care, he told me, okay, he will refer me to the manager and send a mail, blah, blah, blah. Then we went to meet the manager downstairs, and when we got to the manager said, okay, your this thing is receiving attention, you go back and come 24 hours. And I said, no. My mom will not go back home, because throughout that night, she cried. So she will not go back home and come back 24 hours and you now start. No, please do it now. I worked in a company, in a corporate organization. I know how these things work. When you have priority cases, you treat them immediately. Yeah. You make calls. You don't wait for emails. You send emails as a reference, but you make calls because you know the people behind these things that work on it. So she was like, no, you are not my customer. I'll work you out. So that was where the first altercation started.
But your mom was a customer, or is a customer?
In fact, yes, she is their customer. So she was like, me, I cannot talk to her because I'm not their customer. I was like, I will talk to you.
And so I saw that altercation that we just watched.
Yes, because she's my mom. And I cannot sit down and watch her cry again this night. So today, you have to do. She was like, I'll work you out. And that was where
Was that the point you said Olokpa call everybody?
So it was.
Did Olokpa come?
Yes.
Okay.
They invited the police to come.
And then the police
In
call
fact,
everybody?
They came and the police couldn't even do anything.
Okay.
Because when the police moved closer to me, I told him, I said, if you were the one, would you accept? Because, now, I just told him, carry me, let's go. Because why would you tell me not to talk when something is wrong? Let them do the right thing. And the police just had to also calm down and say, you people need to solve this thing, because they understand too. They know how I told the policeman that I know you. If 1,000 naira airtime leaves your account today, you come to MTM to scatter you come to our office to scatter. That was what I told you. Because this is almost 1 million naira. You are telling me to calm down without giving me any time. They did not give me anything.
Especially in this economy.
In this economy.
Okay, so at that point when the police came, the bank manager spoke with you. Did you leave the bank? No,
I did not leave. I told them. So they told me 24 hours. So I told them, I won't wait for 24 hours. You do it now. Okay. Else, I'll scatter this place. Nobody will work. So the bank manager was like, okay, I'm going to call the police. I said, call police. If I was afraid of police that they will arrest me on top of my right, then I will not come here. So then she left. She was doing whatever thing she was doing. The customer care representative attended to me again. That I should calm down. He would send the mail. I said, send the mail now. That will give you another 1 hour to calm down. Like I will sit down without shouting for another 1 hour. After 1 hour again.
And then you start again.
Yes, I'll start again. So after the 1 hour, they did not attend to me.
You resumed the shouting.
Yes. Oh. So I noticed immediately I resumed the shouting. They now told me, oh, they've responded.
Okay, so the second shout got better than the first shout.
Than the first shout. So they told me they've responded. That okay, they now told me Paga has responded. No, their head office has responded, and they are going to send messages. I said, all these ones is not my business. My own is I need something substantial.
Something tangible to say, okay, have you traced the account where the money got to?
Yes. That is what I need. Then after 2 hours, they gave me the Paga. I told them to give me the Paga information. Let me even see. You cannot tell me this is a bank. I'm very sure there's BVN. There's phone number. There's something to read. It's traceable.
Yeah.
Then, because of the shouting, the customer care representative was like, okay, he would help, he would do this. Then he checked the account for us. He checked the Paga account. I think Paga sent the person's information to them. They told us, okay, the money moved immediately from Paga to a money point account.
Oh, so the money started traveling.
Money started traveling.
Okay.
So they told us the money moved from a Paga to a money point account. Okay. So from that money point account.
Looking like an organized crime.
Yes. So the customer care representative now told me that, okay, that what we'll do after all, another round of shouting, because they said, okay, now is money point, so we'll need to still come back. So I said, no, call money point. You will have their numbers. I know you will have it. So we started another round of shout and everything. Then they sent mail I think Paga sent a mail to Moneypoint. I don't know how the mail trail went. Then the CCR called me and told me, okay, called us, my mom and me, and told us that, okay, they've seen that the money is still in Moneypoint. They gave us the name and the account. Okay, the reason they gave us the name and the account is they told us the money is now in Moneypoint and they can see that the money is still there. So they would send a mail to Moneypoint to block the Moneypoint account. Okay. Then once the account is blocked, then we should get a court order within 72 hours. The reason they gave us 72 hours, they told us that they cannot block account beyond 72 hours until we bring a court order. Yes. So the court order will now make them reverse the money. Okay. That was their exact words that day. So I told my mom, I said, don't let us leave. I know these people. I know how they work. I know how this thing works. Don't let us leave. My mom was like, because my mom, we are Muslims. She fasts on Mondays and Thursdays, the normal. So she was exhausted. She was tired. So she just told me we should leave. Then let's go and start arranging the court order. We started calling our lawyers and all those things so that the court order will be given. So that was how we left the bank on that Tuesday. So on Wednesday, we received another call from the bank that, okay, where's the court order? Because, we have an understanding with Money Point already. So you people should do very fast. And so when we asked the lawyers, they said court orders doesn't come out so fast. It cost us, and it doesn't come out so fast that the highest or the closest it can come is Friday.
Wow.
And when we calculated Tuesday to Friday, it was exactly 72 hours. So we're like, okay, if it comes out very early in the morning, there's no point. We would wait because we don't have a choice at this point.
Okay.
So I now reached out to a police officer. The police officer told, so I reached out to a police officer. The police officer was like, that is a way we can actually get a court order, like a court injunction. I don't know if it's a court order today, a court injunction is something that there's a way we can get it faster because, police officers usually need it faster than whatever. So we now started organizing that while we were still doing the lawyer's zone separately. So luckily for us, we were able to get a police order
police order.
A court order on Thursday.
On Thursday.
On Thursday. So we got the court order on Thursday and we went back to the bank.
Okay.
So it was less than 72 hours.
Less than 72 hours.
Yes, we got it in 48 hours.
Okay. So I'm still discussing with Abimbola Day, and we're talking about what happened on the 6th of June, 2025. A court order was eventually gotten in less than 72 hours. Okay. So after the court order, what happened?
Okay, so when we got the court order, we got to the bank. In fact, in the morning, somebody called the the bank in the morning because the bank already gave us the Paga information and the money point information because we were supposed to include it in the court order, the trail. And so somebody called the bank manager from the court that, okay, is this court order also going to Money Point or is just you, First Bank? So the manager was like, okay, that they already have an understanding with Money Point that we should just bring it to them.
Was that an error?
No.
Okay,
that was what the bank, that was what the manager told us. So then we took the
court order.
It was not even a police officer was one that served them the court order. Then by the time we got there on Tuesday, we noticed that another head of First Bank or somebody was there aside the video already went viral.
Yeah.
So I think they were already
trying to do a damage control.
So another official was there to attend to us with the bank manager and everything. So she was like, in fact, when we got there, she wanted to intimidate us. She was telling us, I can only speak to mommy. Those of you that are here will have to go out. And me, I said, the remaining people should go out. But me, I won't go out. I'll stay with my mom. I will stay with her because I know her. They can start fingering her brain, saying a lot of things to her, and she will now, be emotional, just cry and leave. So to cut everything short, after submitting the court orders, we now waited again. They said the Money Point is responding. So they were doing long calls, We got there around 9 a.m. By 11, we're still there. Nothing
so this was
tangible.
The
this was on Thursday,
That's
the second
Thursday.
day. Yes.
On Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay. So to break it down, what was the response after the whole court order? Did the bank eventually respond to you?
No. So they told us, the bank manager now told us that we are sorry. We are sorry, you cannot get the refund today because the money has traveled far. That was the exact statement they used.
That the money has traveled
far.
Who drove the car?
So if you saw that video where I was wearing a pink, I was in the manager's office. I was angry. Then why would you tell me after going through the stress of getting a court order, you're not telling me the money? Is it that somebody has not done their work?
Or there's something fishy?
Is it that the Money Point account was not blocked as they told us?
You were told.
Why would you say the money has traveled? So saying the money has traveled far because she made a call, and that call conversation, we could hear what she was saying. She was saying, I think the money has been sent in 2 batches from Money Point. So it means First Bank did not do anything, or probably they sent a mail and there was no follow-up So money point. So they did not block that account, because if you block an account, the person will not be able to withdraw until the person comes in, you know, and they'll pick her up from there or something.
So what's the state of things now?
So now they told us the money has traveled far. That was where we started all the problem, you know, shouting and everything, that we need our money, blah, 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 blah. That one even generated that their CSO coming to, you know, their CSO came, tried to do so many things, you know, tell us to keep quiet, that, okay, then the CSO came in and told us he was going to resolve everything. We even thought it was the general manager from Lagos that is going to resolve anything, we should not worry, blah, 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 blah. And he left. Then when he came back, he came with lots of policemen. They were outside
the issue.
to resolve the issue.
Okay.
So
were you part of the issues that were resolved? Were you walked out of the bank?
no, I was not walked out.
Okay.
I told them I would not move out. The policemen should come in. They should come and arrest me. The policemen were just outside. They did not come in.
Okay.
So one of them came in and told my mommy, we want to see you in our station and everything. I told them, Augusta, my mom is not going anywhere. That man that told us he was going to resolve it today, let him come in and tell us. You don't have to, you know, you can communicate with us. And so later, it was already around 5. We were not able to go home, you know. So we went outside to meet them, and they now pleaded to us that we should give them 3 weeks for them to do their investigation.
Okay.
So they pleaded to us, and we, okay, no wala. Happy, we've shouted, we've done everything. But let's wait for their investigation. At least we are very sure of ourselves. So whatever their investigation, the result of their investigation is, then we would know.
So this is the second week?
This is the third week.
So
they already reached out to us.
Okay, so
they reached out to us already.
What's the verdict?
So they sent, we now finally got, you know, I told you we're still working the lawyer's court order.
Yes.
So we finally got the court order, and they served them the court order again. Another one. The one we got, because we appeared in court. That was on Monday, the next Monday.
Okay.
So we appeared in court. My mom appeared in court.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, in front of the magistrate, and we told her, the bank told us to get a court order and everything. So she approved, the magistrate approved it. Then we got a court order, another one. So we served them. Then my mom received a letter from a dispatch. That was, I can't remember, I think 4 days ago. Okay. 4 days or 3 days ago. And what was in the letter? From First Bank.
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yes. So she received the letter and said, and what was in the letter was, we have concluded our investigation. We saw that the money was actually transferred by you. The same old story they have been saying.
That narrative.
That narrative was still what they told us, that it has been confirmed that the money was transferred from your phone with your PIN, your M PIN, and your transaction PIN. That then that we sympathize, also that we advise you to involve the law enforcement agencies. That was their exact.
And that's all.
And that's all.
And so the 949,000 is resting in peace now.
Yes.
That's what it seems like.
That's what it seems like.
Is mommy still crying?
So, you know, I don't live with her because I'm married, so I don't live with her. But I know that sometimes she would cry. You know, she would not want us to know and all. But I know she's coping, because I call her and I tell her, don't worry. We know that, because at this point we all know that it's just going to go to court, because we've started the process. Okay. So we just want to trust put our trust in the legal system or justice system, and see if there could be a favorable judgment. Because if the bank is investigating themselves, you don't expect them to investigate against themselves now. So
word. Interesting. So you're not shouting anymore? No. Have you given up?
No, I've not given up, because, you know, I said we're in court already.
What if you don't get a favorable response? Although we don't preempt the courts, there's a process in court now. And so let's leave the courts to decide and see how it goes. But another question, from your story, apart from the bank, you worked in a telecom company.
Yes.
Have you been able to find out from the telecom provider if there was a glitch or a hack on the account, on your mom's phone?
Okay, so the telecommunication company, there's a way they also work. You know, there's a way they work, and because I'm not there, I don't work there anymore. But there's a way they work. the technical units that handles those things, they differ, and they do sort of check and balance.
Okay.
You know, so they don't always want this technical unit to do the work of this other technical unit, so that there won't be any glitch and everything. So they check and balance each other.
Okay.
So that is how it works. So if we do the SIM swap as a customer care representative, we do the SIM swap, we can, there are limited things we can even do. It has to go through different approvals from, so there's check and balance. You
So
cannot
why
just,
don't you write to the telecom company asking or, requesting for a probe on that phone number to know what happened? So you know if somebody actually got into that number, maybe the number was mirrored. I don't know if the mirror numbers, if it was mirrored and somebody used it, took off her alert number, did whatever they did, and then returned her alert number back, just to find out what really happened.
So to the best of my own knowledge, I believe, the telecommunication company can know if the message came through and was deleted. They can know that. I am very sure they can know that. But the telecommunication company cannot know when the mobile app was logged into. They can't. It's the bank that will know. Because, it's just, the SIM card is just an alert. It's just this thing where she receives alerts and debits, debit alert. So it's the bank that will know if that phone was logged onto around 12:53 or it was another phone entirely. So it's the bank that will know that.
So who will help mommy now? Is mommy getting back on her feet? Because the
trying
money
her
is
best.
close to £1 million naira.
Yes, she's
And the economy at this time, one shouldn't lose such an amount.
honestly, she's just trying to be fine. I know she's trying to be fine, and I know that this court is not something that it would take, just 1 month or, it take time.
Adjourn.
Honestly, at this point, I'm exhausted, honestly, but I'm not giving up because it's frustrating. We are not giving up anyway, and we're trying to talk to our mom to be fine. We talk to her, we assist her when we can, we send her what we can send her. You understand? Yeah. So, because everything is not all rosy and sweet, but we hope everything gets sorted very fast and we get back our money. That's just it. And
all right. Have you heard the story of Abimbola Adeyi? She has told you her story, the story of her mom, and now 949,000 naira is presently in a coma. All right. Let me tell you this. If you want to safeguard your account, don't share sensitive information so you don't fall victim. Don't give out your PIN, your OTP, even your BVN or your card details to anyone, even if they claim to be from your bank. Even your loved ones. Be careful who you trust. Learn to use strong PINs. Learn to use strong PINs. Avoid easy to guess PINs. Avoid all those 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. Even your date of birth. Avoid it. Always enable transaction alerts. Very, very important. Ensure you receive SMS or even email alerts for every transaction you make. Check them promptly. And beware of all these links. Don't click on links anyhow. When people send you some SMS or emails, don't click on unsolicited links or even email addresses and SMSs. They could lead you to fake websites and they could just steal your details. Learn how to secure your phone Use a strong password and don't share your phone with strangers. Avoid using public Wi-Fi for banking, especially when you see free Wi-Fi. There's this saying in the Nigerian parlance, awoof, they run belle. Learn to monitor your account. Check your balance and statements regularly to spot unauthorized deductions early. If you lose your card, report your lost card immediately. If your card or phone is stolen, contact your bank to block your account. Use trusted automated teller machines. Avoid ATMs that look tampered with. Avoid ATMs that have a crowd there. Anytime you're entering your PIN, cover your keypad. If not, there's an eagle eye there watching. When you want to download apps, look at the reviews. Download apps safely. Only use apps from Google or even the Play Store, Apple Store. Use apps there. Verify them before you do anything, before you have any transaction there. And make sure these apps are from your bank. You know, I've seen so many bank apps on Google Play. And then I ask myself, only one bank with all these apps? Be very careful, verify first. And if you notice any suspicious deduction, call your bank's fraud hotline immediately. It's unfortunate that Nigeria happened to you. But Nigeria will get better, right? What's your message for Nigerians out there who may be victims tomorrow? How do they take charge and then build a shield so it doesn't happen to them?
Building a shield, because this that happened, I'll say anywhere, is not from us.
And it could happen to anybody.
And it could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
You know, they will not take accountability. That's I know, because that I knew already. In fact, so many, because during this issue, some of their workers have called and made me understand mommy did not log into our app that day, that time. Some of them have called, but you know, we cannot let them know because probably you understand things like that. So I wouldn't advise, I'm not in the best this thing to advise anyone, because this is happening and it wasn't from us. So saying cover your pins, do this, we did those things and it still happened.
You know, your experience with the back and forth in the bank and all that,
Okay.
to be able to tell people, you know.
I would not advise people to fight, because you know we have different ways of handling matters.
Yeah.
Me, I knew it worked for me. You know, I was able to get answers.
Did you fight? You only shouted.
Shouted anyway, shouted.
So you had the
thank
part
you.
1 shout, part 2, part
part
3.
3. So even on Monday when we went back to the bank, they locked the bank. They did not allow us go in.
Wow.
You know, they locked their customers
they didn't want to have
outside
a part
and locked
4.
the ones inside.
They didn't want to have a part 4.
The part 4.
Wow.
So what I'll just advise Nigerians is that let's just try as much as possible, because it's very expensive to fight for your rights in Nigeria. It is very, very expensive. So I just advise Nigerians to just try as much as possible to go through the right channels. You know, while we are at it, you go through the right channels, you call the right people. We don't even know the right people to call sometimes, but we just try our best, call the right people, do the needful. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work, but we can only try. We can only try. So.
All right, keep trying. Well, thank you, Bimbolade, for telling us your story.
Thank you, sir.
It could be so pathetic, however, you pass through it and then you come out successful. And I just hope the courts will be in your favor.
I pray to.
We wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you there, audience, for being there. Let's keep this conversation going. Do follow us on all our social media platforms, on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. The handle is at Dominion Broadcast. On the app X, it is at Dominion Cast. You can visit our website at www.dominioncast.com www.dominion.org.ng. My name is Chike Oborgo. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe and stay positive.